So, I'm Syzy, and today we're gonna review the Black Ops or OPS XL3 compilation curated by Akeos. They're probably one of the biggest names in rhythm, so I was really excited to listen to this one, and spoiler alert, I loved it. I wanted to say, today I've released a track. It's my first rhythm track. I just got really inspired by rhythm artists lately, so I decided to make my own spin on it. I would really love it if you listen to it. Alright, let's start for real now. The first track, Akeos and JOOL Voltage Disc. The intro is kind of motivational and really upbeat. It's great. I love the drums too. The robotic sounds in the drop fit really well. The sustained bass in the second part of the first drop is fucking great. It's really gritty and powerful. The percussion make the drop hit even harder. It's great. And the second drop switch up is honestly insane. It gives a rather trappy feeling because of the snare. I love the snare. I adore the snare. And all in all, this is a great and very promising start to the comp. Really solid. I had my fucking TV on. Really professional. Next one, Syzy, Yakisoba. I like this ARP at the start a lot. It's really beautiful, but the drop is the exact opposite. It's really hard hitting. The sounds on show sound a little quiet to me, but for some reason it doesn't bother me at all. Also, the sub control on this track is phenomenal. I fucking love it. The sustain bass in the second part of the first drop is really cool, but for how chaotic it is, I'm not sure how much I'm into it. I don't really dislike it. It's just a bit much. The melodies in the breakdown again and in the outro too is really beautiful. Syzy knows so well how to make great melodies. The second drop is a decent switch up to keep it from becoming boring, but otherwise it was pretty much the same. I gotta say, the outro makes up for it. There was so much work put into this outro and it was just very calming to listen to. It fit really well. So good job there, Syzy. Keep it up. I don't know if you can hear the sub, but so beautiful. Great job there, Syzy. Next one, Aweminus, Intagalactic with an A. This track is just ominous being ominous. What else can you say? Alright, intro. The drop is really fun though. I can't describe it, but it's sluggish in the best way possible. And those melodic bleeps are a great addition. I think otherwise the drop would have been boring. Sadly, the drops go on for a little too long for me. So I got bored after the first half of each drop and got really bored after the second drop hit. Generally, I really like the sounds presented here, but they're being sucked off for way too long. So as a whole, this track drags on and becomes pretty boring. Great atmosphere. Really mysterious. At this part, the drop should have stopped, but it goes on. Slight sound design change, but it doesn't help. I'm bored. Next one, Neonix, Spacewalk. I fucking adore this track. It's so fun and catchy. This chill melody in the intro is so good, you just can't help but vibe with it. The melody in the drop too is just amazing. The breakdown, as well as the intro, are actually pretty simple but do the job well enough. The second drop has a little melody and pattern change and thus switches it up very well enough. There's not much to criticize here. It's one of my favorites of this comp. It's just so fun and vibey, so great track, Neonix. Keep it up. Amazing stuff. Next one, Akeos, Starbow break. Very simple, atmospheric intro, but it works. The problem is I'm personally not a fan of this drop. The call and response is all over the place and sound very contradictory. Even when the plugs and sustains are very well made. I don't think they implemented them all too well, or I'm just simply not a fan of the main sounds shown here. That's the biggest problem of this track, so I can see how one would like it, but I personally dislike this track, sadly. It's confusing. I actually like this breakdown quite a lot. No, sorry. Next one, Guillotine by Apex by Guillotine. This is probably the most mainstream and most aggressive track on here, but that doesn't mean anything because I like it. At first I disliked the drop and I thought it felt really slow, but I really got into it and it kept becoming better and better. The second part of the drop was a lot better, had a better flow, and the second drop had more unique patterns. And since I already got into those metallic scratchy sounds, I just vibed with it. So it's a good track, but in my opinion, nothing incredible. Solid. This part is way better. This little sustain in the background is great. Next one, Computer Milk by Blank Space. Holy fuck, dude. I'm such a sucker for good bleep bloops, and Blank Space seems to be the god of bleep bloops and computer sounds. Hence the title. It's so simple but still so unique and fucking clean. The intro, breakdown are very simple but still have some special whoops and atmosphere. The second drop is only a tiny fake out and then the same drop as the first drop, but I don't mind it a single bit because everything in those drops is still so clean and just sounds so good. Amazing stuff, holy shit. Next one, Akeos Radiowave 346. This one's probably my favorite track from them in this comp. Dope percussion and atmosphere in the intro. Amazing squeaking, glitchy sound design shown in the drops. Again, just super clean. I can't really say a lot against it. The detail to those glitches in both drops is honestly astounding. Overall, this is an amazing track. Again, I can't say much about it because it's just so good. You gotta hear the details in the drop. You gotta hear the details in those drops. It's just fascinating. Oh, those claps! Oh. Holy shit. Next one. Knoir? I don't know how you pronounce the name, but yeah, Knoir, EMUU. I'm personally not the biggest fan of this track. It's actually just because of one reason, and that is because of how much the first part of the first drop hurts my ears. I'm pretty sure it won't hurt my ears because I'm listening to the speakers now, but on headphones it was just really unpleasant to listen to. The first part reminds me a bit of Joe B, but less unique and more painful because just of the high end on those stuttery patterns. I've realized that those stuttery patterns can also be really unpleasant for my ears too. I've realized that in some other tracks. The second part of the first drop is far better, not painful anymore, and it includes a nice melody. The breakdown is awesome. I love this atmosphere and those trumpet-ish sounds. And the second drop is a whole trap switch up. You should know I'm a sucker for trap switch ups. It's just so good. I love the whole second drop actually. And overall, it's pretty sad that I can't enjoy this track to its fullest simply because of the first part of the first drop. But I gotta say, Knoir really flexed the sound design ability here. So I gotta say, good job. Really glitchy and watery. Yeah, on speakers it's way better, but on headphones it hurts. Oh, it's so good. Amazing atmosphere here. So good. The second part is less melodic, but I still love it. Alright, this is a good track, but for some reason it's just not pleasant for my ears at all. At least the first part of the first drop, like I said. Okay, last one. Veer, Dysfunction. There has been a very hit or miss artist for me. On his EP there were some incredible tracks, but also tracks where the patterns were so over the place I didn't know what to do, and which made me really disappointed on some of his stuff. But I gotta say, even when this track is really all over the place as well, I can vibe with it because the pattern is actually followable. The first drop is great, it's actually really hard hitting, and this snare and sub control in this track is also fucking insane. So I will always appreciate Veer's sound design even when it's sometimes way too much for me, and this is a very energetic closer to the comp. This fucking snare, dude. So good. Really good, actually. Overall, this comp was amazing. There were absolutely no tracks which truly disappointed me, except maybe the Aweminus one, but I loved the sounds on show there. It was just bad for how long they were used. Everyone here did a great job and just made me love rhythm more, even if I'm still a newbie at this genre. Black Ops XL3, curated by Akeos, is an amazing comp and consists some of the best rhythm I've heard in a while. That was it. Hope you liked this video. I don't have much else to say. Remember to listen to my track. See ya!